But yeah, so how are you keeping? How is everything?
Dude, it's great. It's good to see you.
Oh man, do you know what? The last couple of years have been mad. Are you just chomping at the bit to get back at it, run onto the stage and go, we're back?
Yeah, I've got a question for you though. Why are you wearing plastic gloves?
Am I?
Oh, it's not. It's a wristband. It looks dude, it looks like you proper. Yeah.
Oh god.
Look at the other one. Look at the other. That's the other hand. The other hand.
Oh, sorry. Do you know what this is? All right. I was in
It
London.
looks like
I was in London. I was in London a couple of years ago, and this man came over to me. I think he was a Harry Krishning, and he was
Right.
like, "Will you buy this like card off him?" So I gave him a fiver, got this,
Okay.
off, and I won money in the lotto that night. And like I won about 20
Give me one.
grand.
I want one. Give me one.
And it's like, oh, everything's falling off it, but I'm like, one of these.
It was so funny when you're holding up there. I'm like, why have you got a plastic glove on? It's like, I look like the end of the rim of it. But I've been great. Yeah, it's been good. It's been like a crazy journey. I suppose over the past 2.5 years, we were like, obviously everyone's been through COVID, come out the other end of it now. I feel like it was, if there's any good to come of it, is that I got the chance to unpack a lot of things emotionally, and from the inside, kind of cut down all my circle of friends down to people who really mattered and really counted. Got to really decide what I wanted to do with the rest of my life, because even though I'm in a rock band and people would think like, he's in a rock band, yeah, he loves himself, la la la. I just kind of got to the stage where I'm like, I don't even know if I like myself. Who am I? What am I? Because I don't know where I was going. You know what I mean? It's just I'm recording, touring, and it sounds exotic and lovely, but like everything else, you can become used to it and you can become complacent with it. We were on stage, got off stage, for something that was supposed to be only 2.5 weeks, and then ended up I'm living in a house. It was me and my girlfriend only moved in maybe 2 weeks before COVID hit, so that was a bit of a test. The test turned out that we passed with flying colours. You know what I mean? I ended up, she's loving me life, and we're having an amazing time. But to construct yourself, you have to deconstruct yourself, I believe. So I did a lot of deconstruction about unpacking things and calling people I hadn't called in a while, making amends. I'll be honest with you. There's a lot of birthdays that I missed, fucking weddings of friends that I missed, a lot of stuff that, in retrospect, I wish I hadn't. And I got a chance to rectify that and be able to put those things to bed, the things that were always in my mind, or maybe I was having a few drinks at night time thinking about, I'm after doing this, I'm after doing that, and put a lot of those things to bed. So I feel like it was for me, it was an important time. I know a lot of people, we lost a lot of really good people, and our industry's been decimated because of it. But I feel if there's any positives to come out of it, is that I realized number one, life is too short. And two is, if you're not doing what you love to do, find out what it is you love to do, and then just do that till you die, because life is too bloody short, Jesus,
it's so true. I had a lovely gig the other day. I had to bring a couple of people around Dublin just to walk around like clients or something like that. And I was like, you miss shit like this. You getting to see Dublin. Is there parts of Dublin that you're kind of like, I'd love to just walk down one day?
Glendalough.
Really?
Glendalough, yeah. Glendalough. I actually got to walk around 3 days ago. 3 days ago. It's my favorite part of Ireland. I mean, it's in my will to be buried there. if I can get a spot. It's a very sought after place. But now I want to be ashes scattered in the lake in Glendalough. It's one of the most magical. If there was whatever is afterwards, heaven or hell or whatever, if there's a spiritual place after this, Glendaloug's somewhere in between. It's like somewhere in between here and whatever's afterwards. But yeah, I love that. I also just love where I'm from, Ballantyre. I love walking around the area. I love going to the old shipper. I love hitting up the old sausage and batter up there. Chips are lovely as well.
I was just going to ask you that. I talk about takeaways all the time, and the next question was takeaways. Do you miss the proper chipper chips?
Chipper chips. I miss chipper chips, and I miss Super Queen sausages. I'm not. By the way, this is not a paid advertising, but yeah, I literally have my sister, because I'm up in Belfast now, but my sister dropped me up 9 packets of Super Queen sausages, and we're actually in production rehearsals today. So I put them with the chef. So the chef's making up the 9 packs of sausages. I'm going to give them out to all the crew and all. So like, the debate rages. Is it Super Queen sausages or Cairns or what was one you were saying, McGinty or something? Clonakilty. Have you heard of Clonakilty?
They're the posh ones. They'd be the posh ones, aren't they?
Posh.
Hi. Do you find out being on stage that it's different? Like, has there been a thing that you've taken for granted that now you're on and you're going, wow? Like, is there a certain song to you that it's different now? It means different than what it did before.
Like I said, yeah, for the first time, to me would be one that we, drinking old cheap bottles of wine, shit talking up all night, doing things we haven't for a while. We're smiling, but we're close to tears because even after all these years, we just now got the feeling that we're meeting for the first time. But was it written 14 years ago or was it written yesterday? And I feel like I'm in a blessed position where I feel like I haven't been on stage before, but I have all these hits and it's like I've had the same energy and nervous energy of going on stage for the first time, but I know that it's going to be all right because all the people know the songs already. Because if you don't, like I said, if you don't do anything for like 2.5 years, it's like you never did it in the first place. You get nervous and I'm like, oh, what way was this before? How did I say that? What did I do here? Like, put your hand in the air. All the crowd put their hand in the air. I'm like, up, down, up, down, up, down. It's like I said, we're all in a really, really good place. We the band that we just been rehearsing. We went down to like secret location down in the middle of nowhere, in just outside Dublin, and we just had.
I wonder where that place was.
We had the best of time. Yeah, we had the best of time. Brilliant.
And 3 nights in the 3 Arena, like it's such a fantastic venue. I saw Dua Lipa there last week. I remember just looking around and going, wow, this place is just, there's a bit of magic in there, I think.
Do you know what? Because we had the option, we were like, well, do you want to play a stadium? Do you want to do a big gig? Do you want to play like the Aviva? And I'm like, to be honest, I prefer the arenas. And I know this sounds mad because you go like, what do you mean? The stadiums are obviously brilliant, but so much goes into one night in the stadium and it's only one night. And, it's a big thing. The guest list is enormous. You have to spread yourself around so many different people. So like doing 3 nights in the tree, you just hold a residency and you can spread your mates out over the 3 nights. And I just love the fact that I can see the whites of people's eyes. Because, we're a very tactile band. I like to be right up close to people and seeing them and them seeing me. And, particularly this show was very 360, everybody in the whole arena will get a chance to be at least, if not about 20 feet away from us. You know what I mean? Wow. So it's an awesome show.
I get this thing when I go to the 3 Arena. I said it to my other half, and he's like, "You're an idiot." That when like just say myself and yourself, we're at the 3 Arena. We go to a gig, we go home. But when we see a mum and a daughter or a son, or a dad and a daughter or a son, they've got the Lewis up. They're staying in the hotel. They're going to ring home at 11 o'clock to say how the gig was. They're going to go to bed and watch Coronation Street on the television. Yeah. Do you find those rituals emotional as well? Like I feel whereas me and you are going to a gig, we're going home. Whereas they're making a journey. And this journey is like every single one of them that they're going to make the phone call home. They're going to get a chipper. They're going to do this.
Man, for me, because I do it on Hall of Fame now, and I turn all the lights off in the whole place. And then I say, do you know what? You guys are actually the stars of the show. So represent yourself, hold up a picture of someone that's not here or that isn't here anymore on this earth, or just put the light on your phone and the whole place lights up. And I'll just turn around and say, look at this whole galaxy of people here. Look at this, every single one of those stars is attached to a person, is attached to a heart, is attached to a story, is attached to tragedy, triumph, is attached. There's a big story about how all of these stars got in the sky. But the most important thing for me is that there's a connection. Because if you like script music and you're at the gig, chances are you're going to love the person in front of you and the one behind you, and the person beside you is going to like you and you're going to like them, because we're all there for the same thing. We're all there for the same, because we're broken. You know what I mean? Because we're all broken on the inside, and we all want to be fixed, and that goes through to the band as well. Do you know what I mean? I don't like my artists fixed. I don't be on like, life is great, isn't I? I amazing. I love my art. My favorite artists are the most broken of all people, so I find a bit of solidarity in that. You know what I mean? We're all broken, but we all form this big fixed bubble of energy at nighttime. You know, it's deadly.
When I have like wine on a Friday night, it would be Nick Cave, Into My Arms. My God, it's such a sad song, but I'm like, it makes me feel so good.
Yeah, I'm like calling people in to feel as sad as I do. Can you listen to this? No. Sit down, put them headphones on, put it up, turn it up loud. Yeah.
I saw online that you've met Ed Sheeran and all that. Is that weird that when you're on the road that you get to, you know?
He met us, let's put it that way. Yeah.
How is he still in Ireland? He's been here for a month.
We put it out on Instagram. We're like, yeah, listen, there's a lovely up and coming artist that we know called Ed. He's playing down the road in the field if you want to go and see him. Man, what a career that guy's having. It's unbelievable. Because we met him back in the Lego house days. Do you know what I mean? Back in the A-team days. What you were saying? You have to go. She's saying I have to go.
Can I just one more question? I'm so sorry. Could I just ask one more question? Our Cork radio station, you're playing Musgrave Park. Can I just ask you something about that? Just go, oh, you're going to be playing in Cork. What could people expect? It's going to be generic. I'll send it down to them.
Yeah, cool. Listen, I cannot wait to play. Hang on, I'm going. I cannot wait to play Musgrave. When they told me, I thought it was Musgrave, and I was like, hell yeah, I'm getting me whistles and me white gloves. No, but Musgrave is going to be amazing. It's not very often that bands travel down the country, but when they do, man, it's much appreciated. And they're always in the lead for some wild nights. We always have stories to tell after those ones, and hangovers that last for months.
Danny, unreal. Thanks so much. I'm going to the gig on Sunday in Belfast, so
boom.
I'm looking forward.
But yeah, don't come to Saturday. Let's make all our mistakes on Saturday. On Saturday, I'll see you Sunday.
Okay.